we just gotta win, guys. So in the last video, I spoke about how we're trying to leave Tacoma to get to Draper, Utah, and we've put a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace from just like, we already don't have a lot of stuff with us, but we were scrounging around the van to find things that we could sell for so that we could like sell them, get money from it, whatever. So we just sold an extra DSLR camera that we had, and a good kit lens. The guy lowballed us, but we need the money anyway. We're trying to get $250 total to be able to get out of here, and we sold the camera for $120. So that's really good. And we just put 20 in the gas tank. Tomorrow we're gonna see about getting a gas voucher.
There's a charity in town that I think we asked about it at the food bank, and they referred us to this charity that's part of like their complex, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us some like gas voucher stuff, kind of like food stamps but for fuel. So
we don't know how much it is.
No idea what to expect. It could be like $20, it could be 60. Whatever it is, we're gonna be grateful for it.
Yeah. So that's the update. I'm hoping that we can end this vlog with getting out of Tacoma and driving to Draper. So we're starting.
Okay. What do we got? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 195, 200.
Let's go.
Exactly $200 in cash right now. And yesterday we put $70 into the tank. So we've got a full tank basically.
Let's go.
So we have 200.
Come here, baby.
And overall, we actually raised $270. Like I said, I put 70 in the tank yesterday. So we have a full tank. We're leaving town with $200. And I'm optimistic that we're gonna make it.
Yeah. Wow. So we have 270 all together.
Yeah, all together from what we sold, we made 270.
That's crazy. So today is now, I think it's been 2 days or maybe 3 days since that last clip that we filmed, and we've sold. Oh, that first clip I think was, we only sold one camera. We sold the second DSLR camera, an REI down jacket, an REI camping blanket. We just sold a
sleeping bag.
Nemo sleeping bag, and then who remembers this? Wait, who remembers this? This little iPod. So I've had this iPod for, as you know, it's ancient, and it still works great. And so this homie named Engelberth is supposed to meet us here. Well, he was supposed to meet us here like an hour and a half ago to pick this up for $40. So look how cute. So the communication is weird. Obviously, Facebook Marketplace is Facebook Marketplace. So if he actually comes through, then we'd be getting another $40 on top of $270. So God has helped us to get out of Tacoma, and I kind of can't believe it. Your thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts. Let's just get out of here.
But if only for one day. Slightly tinged orange skin. If those two color palettes match up, ooh, that's gonna be the picture of this. That's gonna be the picture of this entire century. It might be the picture of the movie. He just has her cute little hand raised like this, like, I have a question.
You had to ask him.
morning, guys. Last night we spent the night here at a rest stop. We slept here. It's beautiful, and I feel really rested and good. Reagan is back there making some oatmeal for us for breakfast, and he boiled some water for tea. So I wanted to show you guys something. I've got this really tasty tea. It's like a cinnamon tea that a friend of ours in Texas gave us before we left. And I'm gonna put this garlic honey in the tea. So we have this jar of garlic honey. It used to be filled all the way to the top, but while we were in Meeker, Colorado in the tiny house, did we tell you guys about that? I can't remember. I don't think we vlogged any of that while we were in the tiny house, but we were in Colorado staying at a tiny house Airbnb for a month from March to April. And I was getting into like fermenting things, and I learned about garlic honey. So really what you do is you fill up a jar, it could be any size, with garlic. And so obviously there's so much garlic in here, and this is probably maybe 2 cups. Yeah, probably 2 cups of garlic. You just sit there and like peel it for an hour and then put it all in a jar, and then you fill the whole jar with honey. And the more organic it is and like no sugar it is, like the better. And you fill it all up, and then you let it ferment for 30 days. So it has to ferment for a month, and every day you burp it. So you can't see anymore because it's done fermenting. It's been done fermenting for like 2 months, but every day that you have it in the jar fermenting, like basically the gases from the garlic get released, like since you've bruised them and stuff, and then when it mixes with the honey, it's basically creating this natural, like it's like a natural airborne essentially. And then after 30 days it's ready to consume. So you can consume it, like you can take some of the garlic and you can chop it up and cook with it. You can use some of the honey, and that's what we've been doing this whole time. And so like I said, it's like a natural airborne. So Reagan's been sick for the last couple of days with like a head cold, and I'm starting to feel it in my throat this morning. So what this is great for is like if you're starting to feel like a cold coming on, or if you've been sick for a little bit, you just take a spoonful of this honey. You can eat a garlic clove if you want. I don't really eat garlic like that, but you can take a spoonful of this honey and swallow it, or like 3 a day, as much as you really want to. And usually within a full day or maybe 2 days, you're like better. So it's kind of crazy, but this is really nice to have on hand. It holds up great in the van since we already fermented it. It was done fermenting while we're in the Airbnb. So highly recommend garlic honey. Sorry, that was a long explanation. I'm going to put some of this in my tea this morning. Thanks, Reagan.
You're welcome.
He made us oatmeal. Yum. Guess where we are? We made it to Utah, guys. Woo! We sold a bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I am so dark, actually.
You're actually so dark.
Whatever. We sold
African problems.
African American problems.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I would also be proud to be African, but
you cannot hold that.
I can't. I'm not Nigerian. I'm really not. Anyway, yeah, we sold a bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, And how much did we end up with? Was it $300 altogether? Or was it like
we successfully sold $270 worth of stuff.
Yeah. And so we left Tacoma, we left Washington and started driving. And the really great thing was the gas prices started to get cheaper as we came down here.
And in fact, less than what we calculated for. So we had an extra of probably like $80. But then I spent like 30 of it on stuff because I got sick a couple of days ago. I don't know if you can still hear it. And I kind of got over it as we were headed out of Tacoma, but then she got it.
Yeah. So. And
I'd used up all of our sick stuff. So we spent like $16 here and then like $5 here.
Yeah.
I think another $4 there.
Yeah.
And so overall, we spent an extra 20 to 25 on sickness medication to make you feel better.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's so annoying was like he was sick for like maybe 3 days, and I didn't catch it. And then in the last clip, I was showing you guys that I was putting the garlic honey in my tea because I was starting to feel a little something. Now that was probably 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And then like by the evening time that day, like I was out. Like my throat was so like sandpaper scratchy. Mucus was coming. I was like, no, what did I do? Like why? Because I was thinking, is this the same thing that Reagan had? But like, how come it's hitting me so badly? Then yesterday I was having like pounding headaches and just so much congestion. And so we were on the phone with his mom to be like, help, because I also had a fever.
Yeah,
and
it
was like
fever,
80 degrees. Yeah, I had 100 degree fever. There's like 80 degrees outside. We're in here, like I can't just lay down in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna die. Like I
Did you really think that?
I didn't think I was gonna die, but I was
okay,
like,
good.
if I pass out, I definitely thought I could pass out at some point because
if you keep not drinking water.
I was trying to drink. It was a bad time. It was awful, and I was frustrated with it because I'm like, how come I have a fever and he was fine? And anyway, I feel so much better today, thank God.
So we spent some money on soup.
Yeah. Got me some chicken noodle soup.
And now we're down to $16. It is summer here. In Washington, it wasn't quite hot yet. Like it was still pretty cool. So
yeah, it was in the 50s and 60s.
There were some days where we wanted like a little jacket or some jeans on, you know.
I hate jeans.
Utah, it is summer.
It's like 80.
Summer.
It's
in the
getting
80s
to 90
and in the 90s regular because it's midway through June. Like this is typically how hot it is in June, but Washington was just unique. So we're gonna switch out all of our winter clothing, pull out some clothing from underneath the bed, stuff all the winter clothing beneath the bed, and then while we're at it, also probably gonna take a look at some stuff to try to sell it, so we can get some more money to kind of tide us over until we get some jobs. Yeah,
we're applying for jobs here. So I have an interview coming up next week.
Are you gonna cancel the interview?
I might. So the thing about, I've applied so far to 7 or maybe 8 jobs so far, and the reason why I might cancel this interview that I've got is because it's a retail position, and their hourly wage is $13 an hour. But
it's the only job that's gotten back to her in the last week.
So far. And I know, I have a feeling that like a couple of the jobs are probably going to get back to me too, so that's why I don't want to be like, oh, this is the only job that's gotten back to me, let me just take it. Could you reach out
to some of the jobs and be like, hey, see my resume?
I could, but I don't even know how much that helps. My parents conditioned me to do that, like follow up, but I don't. Like, if they want me, they want me. If they don't, they don't. It's fine.
But we are choosing to locate here to Utah.
It feels really good to have chosen something for ourselves and to know that like this is where we want to be and this is where we want to get a place to live and stay here for a few years. And this was the goal, you know.
Yeah, the goal was to find somewhere that we both were happy with, we chose, that was new, it was special to us, like we individually chose it. That was the goal. It's out here out west. You can't see it here. You might be able to see it in this corner right here.
What, the mountains?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of mountain action.
Yeah. Mountain action.
Yeah.
There's a mountain range like right there, and that's what makes.
You can see right there.
That's what makes Salt Lake City so special. And we have the benefit of being in the Salt Lake City area. There's a ton of civilization. There's a ton of like the stores we like to go to, the civilization we like to experience. So it's kind of a best of both worlds situation.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. We made it to Utah. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy that we're like, make sure you're in there.
I think the most important thing about this city, though, is that we've found a church, and we've not only found a church, but we've found a couple of people that are very cool, and we can really see ourselves being friends with. So that's really why we're happy to be here.
Yeah.
Because you can choose to live somewhere, but if you don't have any friends, you don't have any community,
exactly.
or a church community to go to that's really important to us, then it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
That's what Jackson would have been if we had been able to find a way to live in Jackson or somewhere in Wyoming. Like we weren't unable to find any churches that we really wanted to go to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm done leaning over.
Okay.
Let's go get some brunch.
Cool.
Baby girl.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.